Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
James Holder, Eiffel TV, in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me, I've got none other than Richard SCHAEFER. We're in Belfast today at the press conference of Carl Frampton v Leo Santa Cruz 2. The SHAEFER dog returns. How are you?
Yeah, no, I feel great. Thank you.
Good.
Excited to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about your new company, Ring Star Boxing.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. What's going on, Shane?
Well, I'm happy to be back in boxing with my new promotion company, Ring Star. And especially, I mean, you see involved in this fight here, big fight. I have a big fight next week as well with Abner Mares and Quellar and J. Rock Williams and Charlo. So, so like picking up where I left off, putting together great cards, big fights, and love always to come over here. As I said at the press conference, the fans here are really special. They know boxing, they support boxing, and they're very passionate. So it's always a special treat to come here to Ireland or to the UK.
What was the reason for the 2-year sort of hiatus, if you like? What was the reason for your break?
Well, you know, I had after I left Golden Boy, I had a 1-year non-compete, so I had to sit out 1 year. But I could have come back sometime in 2015. But I took my time. I really wanted to see if that's what I want. And I went to a handful of events, and I realized, boxing events, I realized how passionate I really am about the sport. And I had a lot of fighters reach out to me as well and ask me to come back and help them in their careers and help promoting them. So I'm excited. I made the decision in the summer, after my summer holiday, this year 2016, to form my own promotion company, Ring Star, and be back in the sport.
What will this entail? What goes into this? How do you push this forward? Will you be signing fighters and putting on sort of shows in America? Will you be putting on shows in Europe? What's going to go on?
Well, yes, I am going to sign fighters. I already signed one Olympian from the US, Carlos Balderas, who was one of the most sought after Olympians and was pursued by all major promoters. But yes, I'm going to be signing fighters, emerging stars, superstars, anyone who is a free agent. And, the fighters know that I'm very pro fighter. I made a lot of money for a lot of fighters. I was involved in the last 15 years in pretty much all major fights, all of Floyd's fights, many of Ricky Hatton's fights. So I look at getting back to where I was on top.
Frampton, Santa Cruz 2, massive fight. How do you see this one playing out?
A huge fight, and what I see with Leo is Leo was clearly not at his best at his last fight, and that's not an excuse. He just had a lot of distractions with his father diagnosed with cancer, battling cancer, not knowing whether he's going to be with him in the corner until the very end, missing most of the training camp. A lot of distractions, not excuses. Clearly not his best, and Carl Frampton had an excellent fight, an excellent performance. So I think it's going to be a much more even playing field this time around. I think Carl Frampton has a tremendous opportunity fighting in Las Vegas to really make that his own. In a way, sort of like step a bit into Ricky Hatton's footsteps. There's a lot of champions, a lot of world champions, but there's very few people's champions. Ricky Hatton was a people's champion, and I see that same with Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton is a people's champion. He has that, I don't know how to describe it, but he has that it, which sort of like connects with the people. And if he can go to Las Vegas, beat Leo Santa Cruz in his adopted hometown of Las Vegas, and I think what that would mean for Carl and is absolutely tremendous. So I'm looking forward to this fight. It's going to be very, very evenly matched fight. Styles make fights. The first one was a Fight of the Year candidate, and I think this one is going to be as well.
Richard SCHAEFER, it's fantastic to have your return into the sport. Hopefully we see some big nights regarding you and Ring Star Promotions. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much as well. Thank you.